Welcome to Happy Cooking with Yvonne Douglas. I'm Doug, and today we're gonna make some delicious chicken fettuccine Alfredo, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk about some of the ingredients you're gonna need for our delicious chicken fettuccine Alfredo. First thing you need are some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You want your chicken breasts to be probably on the thin side because we're gonna be cutting these up into strips anyway. You're going to need garlic powder, and you're going to need salt and pepper, Italian seasoning, and minced garlic, a little bit of butter. You'll need some extra virgin olive oil, and a cup and a half of milk, a cup and a half of, this is chicken broth, and a cup and a half of grated Parmesan cheese, and I kind of mixed a little bit of mozzarella cheese in there too, yum. And then a half cup of heavy whipping cream. Plus, you're going to need 2 garlic toes and some Italian parsley for garnish. So I believe that's it, so let's get cooking. So welcome back. So the first thing we want to do is to season our chicken. So I'm going to use salt and pepper, and we want to do both sides. And we're also going to use some garlic powder and Italian seasoning. I want to make sure my chicken breasts are seasoned really well. I got my garlic powder here. And then my Italian seasoning. You never have enough Italian seasoning. All right, so I'm gonna continue doing my chicken over here, and then we're gonna start cooking it, so stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So next we're going to cook our chicken, and the first thing we're gonna do is heat our skillet up a little bit, and we're gonna add some extra virgin olive oil and a little bit of butter to the pan. And then we're gonna start cooking up our chicken. Now we wanna cook it for around 10 minutes on both sides, so that's gonna take around 20 minutes to cook up our chicken. All right, let's get to it. So my skillet is warm now, so I'm adding olive oil, extra virgin olive oil to the bottom with a little less than a tablespoon of butter. Just adding that to the pan. And now I want to add my chicken breast. So we're going to cook this up about 10 minutes on each side. Okay, so I already flipped it over. This is when I'm going to add just a little bit, probably half a teaspoon, maybe about a teaspoon of minced garlic to the pan. Just kind of get that garlic in there. I love a lot of garlic. It's very yum. Okay, just have about another 10 minutes more to go. Okay, so this just has about a couple more minutes to go, and what I wanted to tell you is that first, cook it on a medium to high flame at first, and then you'll lower the flame and it'll be on a medium to low flame for the rest of the time. But it takes about 10 minutes on each side. You want to make sure your chicken is cooked well. Okay, so it's about done, and one thing that I did do, I did cut up the chicken in the pan, so I kind of have some strips, but I'm going to continue cutting it when I take it out, but you can kind of see what it looks like right now. And the way to always check chicken if it's pretty much done is I always like to cut into it, into a thick piece, and if I see no more pink, which I do not see any pink in this one, it looks like it is ready to be taken out. All right, so let me take this out, and then we're gonna start on our sauce, our Alfredo sauce. So in my drippings here, I'm going to add those 2 garlic cloves really quick. I know we already added some minced garlic before, but that was really more for the chicken, and this is gonna be more for the Alfredo sauce. So I'm adding my minced garlic. Let me cook that up just a little bit. Wow, it smells really good too. Yum. It already has the oil in there, so we're going to be combining it with the milk and the chicken broth. So I'm going to cook this for about 2 minutes. Okay, next we're going to add our chicken broth. And our milk. Stir that up. I'm going to put the flame up just a little bit. Now, I know there's different ways to make Alfredo, chicken Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo, but this is how I do it. Now, I already cooked up my fettuccine noodles, but I didn't cook it all the way. Usually you cook fettuccine noodles for around 12 minutes, and I did mine for around 10, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add them back into here. Okay, so I'm gonna add my fettuccine noodles, and I'm going to let that cook up some more in that sauce. Then we're going to add the cheese, and we're gonna add the heavy cream to this. Yum. I'm also gonna add some salt and pepper to this right now. So some freshly ground black pepper and a little salt. Give it a good stir, because it's a stirring experience. That's what my dad would have said. It's a stirring experience. All right, so this is gonna cook for around, I'd say about 8 minutes or so. All right, so we're gonna cook this on a medium to low flame. Really quickly, so even the chicken I cut in large strips in the pan, I'm also going to cut them into smaller strips. So I cut them in half and then just at an angle like that. And we're actually going to add this back into the pan to cook up a little bit more. So here's my strip. I'll cut that in half and then at an angle. We're gonna add that to the pasta. Okay, so my pasta is ready. This has been cooking for around 8 minutes in this delectable sauce, but to make it a little bit more creamier and thicker, we're going to add some heavy cream and of course the cheese. So let me get that. Here is our ½ cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna stir that in. Yum. This looks and smells so good. And I'm gonna add the cheese. Combine all that. This is definitely not a low-cal meal, but it's yummy. I wish you could smell it. So we're gonna let all that cheese melt in there. That pasta. And then we're gonna add the chicken back in there. So I'm gonna add the chicken. Just a blend it all in there. If you want to serve it separately, you can do that. But I'm just gonna blend it all in there and let the chicken cook up a little bit more in the sauce and with the pasta covered. I'm gonna cover it up. Probably cook it for around 3 to 5 more minutes. And then it should be done. And we'll give it a good taste test. I'm gonna add some Italian parsley. I'm also gonna save a little bit for some garnish. Chicken Fettuccine Alfredo, so good. Okay, so it's been cooking for about 5 more minutes, and oh, look at it, it looks fantastic. Can you see that? Oh, and it smells so good. So now we're going to plate it. Okay, now for the taste test. It looks fantastic. Get some pasta here. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, that's good. Try it with a little bit of chicken. Mmm. Mmm. That's good. The chicken is so tender, you can just cut it with a fork. Excellent. Mmm. Mmm. That's good. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on Happy Cooking with Yvonne Douglas today. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and like this video and leave a comment below. I would love to know if you tried out these recipes and what you thought. Okay, until next time, happy cooking, bye-bye.